I think there is a skill more important than meditation. Now, recently there's been a lot of hype on YouTube, especially from one of the bigger self improvement YouTubers named Hamza, about the importance of meditation. And I think he's absolutely right. Meditation is super important, and it really helps keep you, you know, locked in focus and can help bring you down when you're, you know, falling apart. But I do think it's not the most important skill. I would say there is a class of meta skill that is more important than meditation. And I have not heard of a name for it, so I'm going to call it meta skills of expression. Now, what counts as a meta skill of expression? One thing, and my personal meta skill of expression that I use every day, is one that Hamza also says is super important, and this I happen to 100% agree with him on, and that's journaling. I think journaling is super important, more important than meditation in my opinion. But a meta skill of expression can be anything where you express yourself, whether it be forms of art, especially quicker ones, or anything that allows you to get your feelings, emotions, and especially your thoughts out and onto something physical. Now, why do I say this? Well, that's simple. You can meditate for the rest of your life, and it will have a huge benefit. But if you come upon thoughts, especially traumatic or long-lasting thoughts, that you cannot articulate because you do not have a method of doing so, you will be worse off. I think so. I think if you have journaling and not meditation, I think you would be better off than having meditation and no form of expression. Because there are some thoughts, and I've had this happen to me recently, that are so profound that you wonder why you've never thought of them. That they often will pertain to your own past, something that your brain hasn't really been at peace enough to talk about or think about, and then you will completely lose it. You'll have no way of writing it down. You'll have no way of, sketching it or doing something. A lot of times pencil sketches. I've seen them. The person with enough experience can wrap something out that is so incredibly artistic and beautiful, and still have that emotional connection to something that they were just thinking about. And I think that's really important. So, like sketching or watercolor, anything that you can do really quickly, I think is a valuable skill to have, and if not, one of the most valuable skills. Like I said, for me personally, that's journaling. I had thoughts similar to what I was describing, where I sat there awestruck. How had I not come up with this idea before? How had I not thought about how important this is to me as a person? And then I wrote it down. And just as simple as that, I have that forever in my journal. I described not only the thoughts that were going through my head, but the way it was pictured out in my mind. Because that was something that was unique about this thought, is it wasn't just thought. It wasn't just words. A lot of people either think in words or pictures. This was both. That's never happened to me. 90% of the time, if I'm thinking logically or trying to think deeply about something, it's just words. Words will come out, I'll put them on a page, and I'll be done with it. Because I can reference it later at any time. This was both. There was a strong mental image that was associated with what I was thinking, and then I was able to put that in words as well. Both the picture, I was able to describe what I was imagining, and then what it actually made me feel and think. And I think that is more important than anything else in the world, because it's a form of therapy that I had never considered. The idea that I can take this profound thought that I may never have again if I lose it, it's getting windy out here, and log it forever on this piece of paper, or again, in this clay, on this sketch pad, anything. That's really important to me, more so in my mind than meditation. This all being said, I think Hamza's a great guy. I think what he's doing is fantastic, with both his first and second channel. Most recently, his second channel has taken on more of a vlog quality, and his first channel has evolved very recently in a really appealing way that I think nails what he's trying to do. Nothing against the guy at all. I just think he's wrong about this one thing. But he says that himself. He says that there are things that he is not an expert in, that he is a gateway into the idea of self-improvement. And I think that's really appealing. I think that's something that this world needed, for sure. A lot of the young men in the world definitely needed something like that. Something that kind of drew in the what he calls Jeffries, the guys who are, just kind of rolling through life, looking for the most pleasure possible, and kind of draws them into this idea that you can do more with your life, and you can be more than just, a guy who's there doing his thing. If he didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be as far along as I am. Now, Jordan Peterson was a huge inspiration for getting me onto this path, so I can't say I wouldn't be trying to improve myself if it were Hamza not existing. I think I would still be trying to improve myself. It just wouldn't be as practical. It would be more emotional and psychological, and I would probably make a little less progress. That being said, Hamza, if you have a response, hit me up. I'll debate you on this. Me and my two subscribers will fucking come at you and really do some research on it. But no, just wanted to get that out there. Felt it had to be said. Peace.